Well, let's move on before the market opens. Let's get a quick corporate call in. The government has wavered, or rather has waived off the interstate transmission fee on offshore wind projects. Now, this waiver has also been extended on green ammonia projects and green hydrogen projects. Let's find out whether this will impact any of the companies in focus. We have now one of the wind energy companies, Devansh Jain, who is the executive director of the InoxGFL Group, joins us to talk about that. Devansh, hi, good morning, and thanks for joining us. Speaking to you after a while, but first, if you can tell us, this waiver of the transmission fees, what is the impact that it would have? Any kind of savings that you would see? And what's the percentage of orders that you get from green hydrogen and ammonia-based projects?
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me, and it's a pleasure to be back again on CNBC. First and foremost, I think it's a very forward-looking move to announce a long-term transmission waiver for offshore wind projects, as well as wind projects which are used to generate green hydrogen and green ammonia. We're not going to see an immediate impact on any of the OEMs or any of the power companies, because I think people have just recently started announcing their green hydrogen plans. And I think it's going to be the next 24 months before we start seeing significant volume of green hydrogen or green ammonia-based projects going on stream. I think that's when this will really kick in, and this is obviously going to have a significant advantage in terms of the cost of transmission, which the IPPs or the producers of green hydrogen and green ammonia will have to pay to the government. It's akin to what the government had done for the onshore wind sector and the solar sector about 5 years ago, when they announced a clear trajectory to subsidize the interstate transmission charges until 2025. So it's a very forward-looking move, and I think it will bring significant clarity to large-scale investors who intend to invest in green hydrogen and ammonia.
Oh, absolutely. I think what they're trying to do, of course, is by reducing the transmission fees, perhaps get in more investors, right, as you said, both local as well as global, perhaps. But can you give us some numbers? How is the industry looking at the moment? And in FY24, what kind of orders is the industry expecting in green hydrogen and ammonia? And particularly for you, what would you enjoy as a share of that?
Look, I think, frankly speaking, I think the wind industry is turning around over the course of this financial year. It's a significant year when we believe the wind sector will be back to its historical highs. In fact, we believe in the next 12 to 18 months, we should be surpassing our historical highs. I don't think we've ever been as bullish about the wind sector as we have been now in our entire journey of about 10 to 12 years. Having said that, I think what we believe the industry to do is we expect about 4 to 5 gigawatts of orders in the wind energy sector over the course of this financial year. Primarily, these would all be onshore. And I would tend to think almost 95% or 90 to 95% of these orders would be towards PPAs, which people like NTPC, NHPC, SECI sign, as well as the captive and RTC and hybrid tenders. I don't think there's going to be anything significant on the green hydrogen and ammonia side. As I mentioned a little while ago, we believe that's something which is going to play out in the next 24 months. The larger IPPs and power producers have just recently started announcing their plans.
Devansh, good morning. Prashant this side. In your presentation, you say that FY24 is going to be a year of turnaround. Now, in FY23, while revenues went up, you posted an EBITDA loss of about 242 crores. This came off as compared to FY22, but it was nevertheless a loss. So define that turnaround for us with some numbers. What do you expect to do at the net level? At the operating level, what should we expect in FY24?
So, Prashant, to be very, very blunt, I think the wind sector had been in turmoil for the past 4 to 5 years. What I mean by the fact that this is going to be a turnaround year, we believe we're going to see a multiplier in our revenues over the course of this financial year. We believe, as I've mentioned in my investor call, we are confident and we believe this is going to be a year where we're going to get back to profitability. And this is at the PAT level. Naturally, we believe that we should be back to significant EBITDA profit over the course of this financial year. What you may have also noticed is over the course of FY23, we've taken multiple strategic actions such as monetization of our O&M business at Inox Green. We've strengthened the balance sheet by way of the promoters investing over 600 crores at virtually zero interest to Inox Wind. And I think we've taken all the steps which were required. So at this point in time, I think we have all the building blocks ready at Inox Wind, be it the new turbine technology, which is our 3.3 megawatt turbine. We have a very, very large order book, significant order book from NTPC. And I think we've got a very, very strong balance sheet at this point in time. So I think we believe going forward, we should be able to get back to our historical top line before the sector shut down and our historical EBIT numbers. And I think from the next financial year, I think we should be surpassing that.
All right, Devansh, we're getting into market opening, but in the last couple of sessions, the stock is up more than 20%, and you're sounding very optimistic. So leave us with a few numbers. You're saying that your debt number is under control right now. You'll have put in some money, unlock some value as well. You're paying close to 340 crores of interest per year, at least as of the last year. What is the current debt in the books? What does it come down to? And revenues, at your peak, you were doing a few thousand crores of revenues. And you're saying you're getting back to those levels. From around the 750 crores, what kind of revenues are we looking at, say, for FY24, FY25? Just two numbers, debt and revenues.
Look, so our debt is down to about 1,200 crores, net debt. Our interest cost, as we've put out in the presentation, is now down to about sub 45 crores per quarter. And I think that should keep reducing quarter on quarter. The larger objective is to make Inox Wind net debt free in the next 12 to 18 months, number one. Number two, with respect to the top line, I don't think the past year's numbers of 700 odd crores is a barometer of where we are headed. Yes, historically, we used to do about 4,000 odd crores a year. And I think our ambition is to be back at that run rate in the next 12 months.
Okay. Can you quickly tell us what is the order book currently and what are you targeting at the end of FY24?
Look, so our order book right now is about, as of yesterday, was about 1,120 megawatts. We've just announced a 150 megawatt order win today morning from NTPC. So our order book presently would be about 1,270 megawatts, which would tantamount to about 8,500, 9,000 odd crores of revenue visibility over the next 24 months.
All right. Thanks very much, Devansh. We'll sort of look forward to speaking with you along the journey as you come back, as you said, to your previous historical, revenue numbers. You will report a profit in FY24 as well, and overall, numbers should consistently improve. Net debt free in the next 12 to 18 months as well, as you have outlined. Inox went there with what they plan to do. Well.